Hi and welcome back to this channel. I am Sylvia and today I'm gonna share with you the most appealing fragrances out of my collection. So if you crave for compliments and attention out of your scent, stay tuned and check out my, let's say, recommendations. Even though, as always, I want you to remember that fragrances is a super personal and subjective aspect. So it's always it's always better to try before any purchase. Anyway, as always, I hope that this video is gonna turn into an inspiration for a new shopping, for a new research. And obviously, as always, I hope that it's gonna be fun for you. So if that's gonna be the case, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And the first scent is gonna be a super easy choice in terms of compliments, because this scent, every time that I put on myself, like, it's kind of guaranteed that someone's gonna stop me on the street, and it's not easy. You have to trust me due to where I live. The people here are not that open to stop you and ask for your fragrance. So yeah, like the people that I don't know, like literally random people on the street, all of my friends, all of the co-workers, even though I don't find this scent to be let's say appropriate for the office, not at all, and in general the work environment, not that much, because it's too sweet. But anyway, what we are talking about, it's actually a body mist, and it's Cheirosa 71 by Sol de Janeiro. So what do you have to know about this one at first? As you know or not, the most popular out of this brand, out of this line, it's actually Cheirosa 62, which is still the sweet scent, still sweet body mist. But in comparison, this one smells literally super extra gourmand. It smells super naturalistic. It has a smell of a smell of macadamia, still through notes and ingredients, vanilla. It's not listed through ingredients, but I can describe this one as quite buttery, so dense, with tons of sugar, tons of vanilla, white chocolate, and it smells literally like what I just said. And so guys, I love this one. Considering the fact that this one is a body mist, I would say that's a huge quality to the scent, because it lasts. It's nothing like I don't know, 2 days, but it projects still 4 to 5 hours, which, considering this one being a body mist, it's still okay. And so as I said, I risk it all, and I put it on my work environment, which still, I said, I find it quite inappropriate, because, you know, it's a quite still heavy sweet one, not heavy but super sweet one, and it there's a risk to bother the people around. But anyway, I did, and the people around were like going crazy with this one. They've been joking about smelling this around and couldn't wait to have a break and go to the store, I don't know, the bakery, the pastry, to have some I don't know, a cake or a sweet during the break, because it was something that turned on your cravings to sweets, desserts, etc. And so yeah, in terms of the people's attention, this one, it's an easy choice, as I said. Okay, so before talking about the next fragrance, I feel to explain myself a little bit. Firstly, because the fragrance I'm talking about, it's discontinued, so it's not available like everywhere. And so my answer to it is the fact that me myself, even though I know many fragrances, like the one that is actually super similar to this one, I've never found, so I find it being quite unique. The second aspect, it's gonna be the fact of compliments, because that's the topic of today's video. And I have to admit that in terms of compliments, especially by the masculine side of the people around, it's like I'm gonna have a story about that, so wait. But anyway, yeah, so that was my explanation. Let's say I hope that it's gonna be possible for you to at least try this one. I don't recommend at all buying this one as a blind buy, because me myself, I had lots of doubts for a long time, because many people describe this one being too much, like a super mature one for the mature ladies, etc. But as a conclusion, I have to tell you, by experience with the compliments, actually, I can tell you that to me, this one is a super feminine, super sexy, sensual scent. And so the scent I am talking about, it's Decadence by Marc Jacobs. Okay, so at first we can't skip the bottle. It's quite unique, quite strange, so it's a purse. I have to tell you, the design is quite like particular, but at least what I can tell about this one, you can feel the quality, so no complaint about the design in terms of the you know, the fabric, etc. If you like it or not, it's your personal aspect. But still, it's gonna be super hard, because I don't know how to describe this fragrance. As I said, I'm talking about this one because even though it's been discontinued, I find it being quite unique. I've never smelled something similar to it. The only one that comes to my mind, and after having a look on notes, it's gonna be Teddy by Marc, probably because of the plum, so it's quite in this area. But while Teddy is a super pleasing one, so this one is gonna be super sexy, like pungent, you know. So what you will find through notes is gonna be, as the top notes, plum, saffron, iris. Then middle notes, orris, jasmine, and rose. Base notes gonna be vetiver, papyrus, and the last one that I actually personally I don't know well, which is liquidambar. Probably I have to translate that in Polish and in Italian, and then I'm gonna find out what it is. But more than that, what I can tell about this one, like smelling this one, if I had to describe how it smells, I would tell everything other than what I see through notes. Yes, there is plum, yes, there is saffron, which I love, but I would say mainly that it's a woody fragrance, super feminine, woody, and I would say aromatic fragrance. We can find no spices in here, but it is, so it's quite, yeah, sensual. The quality in terms of longevity and projection, like a top, the whole day with no concern, the huge projection, everybody's around is going to be able to perceive the smell. And quickly the story about compliments. So you have to know that once in Italy, and so the people there are like more open, you can perceive many compliments, but on the other hand, they are always like more honest about something that they can complain. So if they don't like your fragrance, there's gonna be like a huge complaint about your fragrance being like bothering the people around, etc. So I've been working in the in one store with clothing. We've been a huge team through girls and boys, and with the boy side I had a quite let's say easy relationship. I was more kind of like a boy to them. They've been like my little brothers all around. But it happened like a few times that we had an event outside, like we had the dinner together, all together with a team. Why I'm talking about this, because I've never worn this one to the work environment, obviously because it's too strong, too heavy, etc. So it happened to me to use this one outside for dinner, and the cutest compliment I've had ever was the compliment by all those little brothers out of the work environment, that they've been always treating me as a man, you know, having fun with me, etc. So I came there and they've been sniffing my fragrance, and they circled me around asking, Sylvia, is it you? What is that aphrodisiac smelling fragrance? You have to tell us. You don't have to put it on because it's not you anymore. So the fragrance itself like changed completely their point of view on me, till since I was always the you know, on the same level, I was not feminine at all to them. And once I put this fragrance, they were like, it's super sexy, you don't have to do that, because it's like a huge contrast to you. You can put that, but not around us. It's not you anymore. And so it happened. Obviously it's a one story, but it happened to me like many times, that the people around, especially still men, they've been like having they've been turning their head and asking, or at least looking at you, because it's a super obvious one, super sexy, super feminine. And so it's still Decadence by Marc Jacobs. Okay, so the next fragrance is gonna be La Capitale by Xerjoff. And quickly, I have to say that to me it's been quite surprising one, because at first, have to admit that I was kind of deluded by this scent. I did blind buy this fragrance because of all those opinions around. It's been quite hype on the internet, on TikTok in particular. And so after having a look on notes and all those comments, etc., I was expecting something completely different. Anyway, I risked it. I said, you know, it's Xerjoff, the quality for sure, at least it's gonna be like the total beast, etc. So I did blind buy. And have to say that after the first try, as I said, I was quite deluded, because even though everybody talks about the fact that this one at the end it's quite complex, it's not this girly, fruity, easy scent. Anyway, looking at the top notes, you will have caramel, strawberry, peach, etc. So I was expecting something completely different out of the Xerjoff brand, so still something girly and easy, but you know, with this quality of the brand itself. And it turned into being quite a dark one, quite still let's say not heavy, but it's about this complexity of the scent. You have leather in here, you have saffron, etc. So anyway, I was able to appreciate the quality, I was able to appreciate the scent itself, but I was like, I wanted something else. So anyway, obviously I tested it for a long time, and the first thought I had about this one was, okay, it is quite strong, but it's gonna be skin scent anyway, because I was not expecting this one to project because of its density. So yeah, I was using this, and finally with a good occasion, with a good environment, because it's nothing like day by day scent, it's a totally special one. I was super surprised by the people reacting on this scent. I was not expecting this one to be that easy to perceive around. And what I have to tell about this scent, to me, you have to totally test it like for a longer time. Probably you will need a sample of that, because I think that it's like 2-in-1 included, like 2 different fragrances, is like totally different what you can perceive on your skin, and the scent that the people around can perceive, it's like a totally different story. So I was super surprised, and I decided to test it also on my friends in a way that I could perceive it from a distance, etc. And so at the end, I am super happy about this scent, even though it's not that that fruity that I was expecting. It's a beautiful piece, super sexy, guys. Even though it's a unisex scent, I would say it's quite feminine, and the atmosphere that it shares, it's kind of like a flirty one. So it's this kind of scent that it's okay, somehow still girly, but this girl is playing around. It's a quite dark character, quite self-confident person, I would say. And so yeah, that's gonna be the description. As I said, it's gonna be super hard to describe how it smells. Quite dense, strong, sweet, but with a kick to it of some leather. The people perceive still oud in here, which is not actually listed through the notes. I can totally agree. So yeah, that was the La Capitale by Xerjoff. Okay, so the next fragrance is gonna be something that me personally I am in love with, but anyway, at some point I would avoid to talk about it anymore because it's something that everybody talks about like every day. But in terms of compliments and the people's attention, it's something that I have to include here. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Guidance by Amouage. And so me myself, I already uploaded a video, and it's one of my first ever videos. So it's gonna be quite awkward, but you can check this out. Anyway, right now still I am not a master of YouTube and I am still stressing out, but the one I'm talking about, it's gonna be quite funny one probably. So quickly about the scent, I'm not gonna talk about it for a long time. What you have to know at first, it's gonna be the fact that nobody's gonna be able to share, to transmit how it smells, because it's like a little bit of all kind of like notes. So it is flowery but woody, it is fresh but also sweet a little bit. It is kind of quite soury, maybe salty. So yeah, the only thing that I have to tell about this one is the fact that totally I recommend guys to have a sample before, also because it's a pricey one. But in terms of compliments, it's like literally guaranteed that every time that I put it on myself, someone's gonna ask me what is it. It's a beautiful scent. You can totally perceive the quality, like the price of the scent, let's be honest. And yeah, that's gonna be more or less everything. No, I'm gonna add also the fact that the people that know me well, like my friends, they've been asking me samples of this one because it's been that particular to them. So yeah, quite a special one. I am totally in love. I am quite angry about the fact that it's such a hype fragrance. So still more and more people know this one and purchase this one. But anyway, at the end I can't be angry because it is a super special piece. So yeah, that was Guidance by Amouage. Okay, so last but not least, it's gonna be Oud Satin Mood by MFK, and mine is L'Eau de Parfum. I don't have an Extrait de Parfum version, so I'm gonna talk only about this one particularly. So what it smells like, it's mainly a super smooth, high quality smelling, rich blend. You will find few notes officially because we never know, but what you will find in here is mainly rose, oud, vanilla and violet. But since the first ever spray I had on this one, I said there is saffron in here, and after having a look around also on the Extrait de Parfum version, there is saffron listed in Extrait de Parfum, but I am quite sure that there is also saffron in here because how smooth it is and how well balanced, well blended. I can like literally smell also saffron itself. So yeah, I would say there is saffron in here. And so how it smells, as I said, it's super smooth, quite I would say super sexy actually. And the important factor about this one is the fact that the rose in here is not this kind of fresh rose, but I would say quite sweet and syrupy rose. So kind of like the intense cafe rose, probably the one that people around love like a lot. And the other important factor is oud in here, which is quite particular note, but it's, you are still able to perceive it, but it's nothing too much, nothing disturbing to it. And so yeah, in terms of compliments, I would say it's a surprising factor, because actually I find this one being a super sexy one. You know, it is, I would say it is unisex, but on the female side of users, it creates a super seductive, super feminine atmosphere around. But what is surprising is the fact that compliments that I get are mainly out of my girl friends, female friends, not much by the masculine side. So yeah, that's surprising, but still I have a little story with this one. So the first ever compliment I got, it was when I purchased this one, in the city, in the store actually, like physically, and I got my purchase with me. Then I met my friends, so two girls, two Italian girls, and they were kind of curious how it smells, let's open it, etc. So as I spread it, they've been like, oh B, you smell like money. And so they've been quite surprised by the smell of this one. Yeah, the only thing is the fact that still it's nothing like a daily usage appropriate. You have to, at least me myself, I have to find a proper occasion. I have to be in mood for this one, because it is quite strong, and in terms of longevity and projection, guys, it stays on your clothes, on your skin also like 2 days with no concern. So it's a rich juice, quite strong, quite heavy. So as I said, I have to be in mood, but once I use it, it's like it never fails. So that was Oud Satin Mood, and it's gonna be everything, guys. I will have quite a short observation that I think that actually by my experience I can tell that the most complimented scents, at least for me, are those or super feminine, flowery with more complex base, or something really sweet, girly into gourmands. So let me know which is your experience with compliments, which are the most complimented scents. And yeah, as always, hopefully you're gonna have a beautiful day, and see you next time. Bye 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 bye.